Peace, it's your girl Nandy. What it do, family? Alright, so this video I'm about to do is a video that I can't believe that I'm actually about to do. I cannot believe, I cannot believe that I'm about to do a video on Van1, the food babe. I cannot believe this shit. Okay? When I found this shit out, my jaw, you ever heard of the saying, my jaw dropped? My jaw dropped. Okay? My jaw dropped when I found out that this individual was a goddamn man. Alright? I was just like, oh my goodness, like, why? Why, Van1? Why did you do this shit? Oh my goodness gracious, I can't believe this shit, y'all. I thought Van1 was genuine, was a sincere, genuine individual. I thought this individual was in a fight against the fucking evil people who are poisoning our foods. I mean, I believed in this individual. Now, when I came across this individual, I'll say it was like 6 to 7 years old. It could have actually been longer than 6 to 7 years. Like, honestly, it could have been longer than that. Alright, that I stumbled across this individual. And what caught my attention with this individual is that this individual used to be on my Santo's neck. Alright, this individual used to be on my Santo's neck. When I say neck, I mean this individual was basically, you know, calling out my Santo, calling out how they're poisoning the foods and they're intentionally putting GMOs in foods and genetically modified foods are not good, this, that, and the third. So I was like, okay, well, this is somebody I need to follow, because at that time I was into that shit. Like, I was into that heavy. Like, mind you, I used to be on my Santo's Facebook page back in the day, cursing them out. I mean, I used to be on it all the time, going in. It used to be mad people on it too, not just me, but people who, you know, who knew that what GMOs was and knew the history of Monsanto, and they was on it and they was mad, they was pissed, they was frustrated, because you have these people, Monsanto, this organization, this corporation, or whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying, and they're up there pushing genetically modified as being something that's so great for the people, but yet and still they wanted to keep it in secret. They didn't even want to label the foods. They didn't even want to put a simple label on the fucking foods that are in the grocery stores on the shelf. They did not want you to know that their fucking foods contain genetically modified organisms. That's something that Monsanto did not want out, but it was a big fight. I mean, it was people coming from all walks of life fighting against Monsanto. So when I came across this individual, the food babe, that's how I knew him back then, the food babe. I was like, yes, when I tell you this individual breaks down all the chemicals, all the bad ingredients, all the poisons, all the toxins that are in the food. So when I found out this individual was a man, I was floored. I was like, what? Wait, no, this can't be real. Like, I was like, no, what is going on? Like, this can't. And mind you, you know, I know how Hollywood operates. I know these motherfuckers are Decepticons, but what I did not know was that Van1, whose name, with the food babe way, his name is really Van1. And what I didn't know was that Van1 was fucking mainstream now. Alright? I remember Van1 was on Facebook trying to expose all the chemicals and trying to expose Monsanto and shit. But now when I look, you know what I'm saying? I take a further look into this individual, and this individual is a fucking commercialized now. You know what I'm saying? So that lets me know right there, that shit right there lets me know, because when you're for truth and you're telling truth, you're not trying to be commercialized. You're not trying to be all up on the camera and shit in front of celebrities' faces and shit. Those are the ones you're fighting against. So you're not trying to be around them motherfuckers. Alright? But that's what happens when these individuals come out. They grow their base. That's what I'm saying. They grow their fan base up. Alright? I remember when this individual first came out, I promise you, this individual had a fan base, but it wasn't as big as it is now. Alright? So that's what they do. They build themselves up. Alright? They come up, they build themselves up, and they're acting like they're fighting against the opposition, but they actually are for it. Alright? That's crazy, right? How someone, I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna just play this video so y'all can get some idea of who this individual is. Oh my God.
My name is Vonnie, and they call me the Food Babe. I've made it my life's work to find out what's really in our food.
This is a real issue, and this is something that the FDA should address. And a video now rocketed across the web.
I'm so stunned. I do applaud you.
Let's take this stuff away. My mission? Uncover the hidden ingredients that may be sabotaging your health and show you smart ways to find real food.
Changing the way you eat.
This is literally the first time I've had cauliflower since 1986.
And changing the way you think.
It made me question, why is our government letting this happen? Why are we allowed to eat this stuff?
This is Food Babe Investigates.
Hey Vonnie, here are the emails for today. This one really caught my attention. It's from Raleigh, North Carolina. The subject line says, "Help!" with about 16 exclamation points.
That's right, Mom.
That's not the trash, buddy.
They have 2 little boys with a 3rd baby on the way.
No.
Here you go.
She is the morning traffic reporter.
Today's traffic is looking pretty good. I wake up at 2 a.m. and then I get home from work anytime between 11 and 12. So that I have the afternoon sometimes to myself, but to myself means basically napping because of my early wake up.
So she works the night shift.
Oh my goodness, I know all about the night shift. I actually worked the night shift one time in my life.
I have 0 time to cook. Mac and cheese is quick and it's easy. My kids actually eat it. Okay, let's take our bag out. So it's kind of a go-to around here. My husband gets home from work between 6 and 7. Cal, this is kind of our go-to salad, yeah.
Sure. So we're going to crack into our mixed nuts collection here. Mandarin oranges.
Randomly ground turkey. A pantry dive is the perfect way to describe how our meals come together.
But there's a lot of macaroni and cheese in their house.
The first thing I would do is have them make it from scratch because honestly, it takes just about the same amount of time. I mean, the same time that it takes to boil the pasta, you can shred your own cheese. And you can avoid wood pulp and other things that are in shredded cheese.
I think we should go and see what's in their kitchen.
Another training.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, and Paige. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, I'm Bonnie.
It was fear. I knew what was coming at that point.
So you want to see what's in our actual pantry?
Yeah, I do. Do you mind if I just
Have at it. No, go for it.
Cool. All right, so this is where you keep all your food, huh?
Yep, for the most part.
Once she walked into the house, I knew instantly, like, oh wait, I think our cabinets are full of garbage.
Let's just take out some of these things that you've got here. Oh my goodness. Oh wow.
These are normal.
Our artificial flavor is made out of petroleum, all sorts of chemicals in a laboratory. It's the stuff that doesn't belong in the human body.
When I opened up those cabinets and went inside their pantry, I immediately felt like a little bit of sadness because what I realized is this is just a beautiful family with 2 little gorgeous kids, and they have no idea what they're feeding each other and their children.
Let's just take a look at this bread. It looks so healthy, right?
I was going to say this, I thought I was doing well because it's whole grain,
right,
whole wheat.
and it says 100% whole wheat on here.
You have calcium propionate, monoglycerol.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, like you can't even freaking pronounce half these words. This is one of the worst bars that I can even imagine. You know why?
They have this for breakfast every single
Literally
morning.
every morning.
Wait, why? It says grain in the title.
Right, no, absolutely.
Nutrigrain bars have those little flakes of wheat-looking stuff on top.
That's real wheat, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is such false advertising. You know what they're doing? They're coloring this with red dye made in the laboratory that's linked to hyperactivity in children. And actually,
That makes sense, yeah.
She made it sound like it's brewed in a pot. They dye the grain brown. I mean, the thing might come out of production like solid white for all we know.
you've got to stop buying these. And the reason why is that you just need to go for straight tangerines, straight oranges. These are doused in sugar.
This is our sleeve o' cheese.
This is really bad.
Again, you've got more wood pulp in here too.
In the cheese?
Yes. So you've got like wood pulp going on everywhere.
Who eats wood pulp? Who would even think to put wood pulp in food? Our cabinets, I think, have less wood pulp in them than the actual food does.
This right here, is this the mac and cheese that you made for your chicken?
Yes.
This one
Brace yourself.
has yellow number 5 and yellow number 6.
contaminated with carcinogens, have been linked to asthma, allergies, migraines in people. This is the ingredients that have a warning label in Europe. The reason why they have yellow 5 and yellow number 6 on here is because it's cheaper for them to put petroleum in food than real paprika and beta carotene.
I mean, isn't petroleum and gas?
It's not food. Why are people doing this? You know?
It's really unfair, isn't it, that in Europe they get a safer, better version of mac and cheese for their kids, but not us. You can still make mac and cheese for your family, but you can make it definitely a lot healthier.
Okay.
Look at this, not 51%, but 100% whole wheat. For butter, I picked up some pasture butter, and this is like from grass-fed cows.
What is the grass-fed deal? I feel like we've heard that so much recently too. What is that all about?
Well, cows are supposed to be eating grass, not corn and soybeans that have been genetically engineered, and that's what they're eating in this country.
Healthier cows in Europe, I'm guessing.
Bingo.
Really?
Yes.
I feel like we need to move to Europe. Healthier cows and healthier food and warning labels. I don't understand why we're not doing that.
So then we've got goat cheese here, and this is what I want you to use instead. Now this is a whole block of cheese. There's no additional ingredients in here. There's one ingredient, right? It's goat meat.
But don't these things cost like $5,000 a block? I feel like, you know, the organic.
Actually, this was $3, and so it's not outrageous. See if we can't even add more vegetables in your mac and cheese. And one way to do that is to steam some cauliflower and grate it. So let's just smash this up. Mix it with the cheese when you do the whole wheat noodles. And it sneaks it in there. It looks like cheese, and the kids eat it.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Fine, that really is delicious. This is literally the first time that cauliflower since 1986.
It's relatively easy, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Thank you so much, really. It was great to meet you, and these are wonderful tips.
The more I see of these products in people's homes, the more I want to go in their homes and tell them about it. There's so many people in America right now, they have no idea what they're eating. And if they just understood what these ingredients are, they could really save themselves.
It was encouraging to meet Vonnie too, and to hear from her that she is doing something about it, that people can do something about it.
After hearing what was in our own cabinets and what we're feeding our kids and future child, got the energy. I feel like we need to spread the word.
How'd it go?
Fantastic. I love helping people.
I know you do. Okay, you have to board a flight to Chicago.
I am delivering 275,000 signatures to Kraft headquarters to remove artificial dye from macaroni and cheese.
And you just got a call from Chick-fil-A. What's going on there?
Well, I wrote about them, and they asked me to their headquarters, and I met with them, and they're actually taking out some of the ingredients I wrote about.
You are starting a revolution.
I cannot wait to change the way Americans look at food.
Okay, speaking of that, we have a lot of emails from people that say they really need your help.
Who's next?
So, I wanted to let that play. I know it was a little long, but I really wanted to let that play so y'all can get an understanding of what this individual does, alright? This is this individual's so-called life. That's what this individual does. This individual so-called has been fighting against the food system, has called out big food corporations, got them to change their so-called ingredients in their foods. You know, just pushing for better foods for America, because we all know that the food in America is shit, all right? And they change up the ingredients in other countries, but they don't do it here in America. And my thing is, how the fuck is this individual, the food babe, Vanny Hari, doing all of this, made a mission long to so-called fight against the toxic ingredients that are in the foods, but this individual is a goddamn Decepticon. This individual is a transgender, a MTF, part of the fucking Illuminati, alright? I'm floored. I just, like, what's the purpose? Like, what are you doing? Like, what is it? Like, I don't get it. Like, that deception is just, and then when you connect your deception to health and wellness, That's even worse, okay? Actually, when shit like this happens, it's giving a bad name for people who are on the healthy side of living. You know what I'm saying? It makes them look bad. And then when people find out about these individuals, they be like, oh, this individual was a Decepticon, so why should I believe in them? Why? Doing shit like this? Why? Oh my, I need to get it together, y'all. I know I needed to get it together, but this one right here, it really bothered me because, like I said, like, I really thought this individual was genuine because when I was in a fight for this against Monsanto and shit, my heart was in it wholeheartedly, 100%. All right, I was just that individual. Like, I hated Monsanto, and I still do, but I hated them. I hated them for poisoning the foods and the baby foods that our babies are eating. And I just hated them for doing that. I hated them for changing the ingredients up in other countries, but leaving the poison for us here in America. I hated Monsanto with a passion for that shit. And I thought this individual, I ran across this individual thinking this individual was so genuine and sincere. And everything was coming from the heart. But it's an agenda, y'all, behind everything that these motherfuckers do. It's an agenda, y'all. That's what y'all gotta understand. We're in a transgender fucking world. These motherfuckers control the fucking world, okay? This individual, this is symbolism in this picture. And a lot of people, when you look at this, you think it's just a regular picture. But no, this individual is doing a Illuminati all-seeing eye right there with his hands by his eyes. That's that shit that they do. Part of the fucking Illuminati. Signs and symbols. Y'all have to learn them. Oh my, I can't believe this shit, yo. It's mind-boggling. Look, calling out the ingredients. If you wonder what all those natural flavors are in organic food, this post is for you. And just breaking it down. And when you research this shit is actually facts. So it's like this individual is exposing the food system, part of the system that he's a part of. Alright, exposing it. And my take is now this individual done got rich off of this shit. Alright. This individual grew its food babe army. That's what he calls it, the food babe army. Grew his fan base, and then all of a sudden he came up with his own products. Alright. And mind you, I did buy some of his products. And I bought his book. Alright, y'all have to understand that shit like this means a lot to me. When they're calling out shit like this, when I see this shit, I love it. I like it. Because it's exposing these food companies for doing this awful shit and having our children eating this sugar and loving this sugar and loving this poison. And it's all fucking poison. So I'm down. I was down for that shit. I believed in this individual. I have this individual book in my hand right now. Alright? It's called The Food Babe Way. Alright? This individual wrote 2 books. And the other book is Feeding You Lies. I believe that's what it's called, Feeding You Lies. And mind you, every time I was going to buy this book, something stopped me from buying it. I don't know what, but something stopped me from buying it. And maybe it's because I find out now that this individual is a Decepticon. But, I mean, damn. I got this individual's book is in my hand, y'all. Look, hold up. This individual said in chapter 1, the title of chapter 1 is We've Been Duped. We've been duped. Can you believe that shit? We've been duped, y'all. Not only have we been duped by the food system, we've been duped by this individual too. Whoever believed in this individual, whoever followed this individual has been duped. I've been duped by this individual. Alright? But mind you, I never followed this individual on Instagram. That's the thing. I didn't even know this individual had an Instagram account. Because I didn't think this individual was so commercial. I did not know that. I thought I'm thinking of this individual as the Van1, the food babe that I ran across 7 years ago, probably longer, on Facebook. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking of that individual. Come to find out, this individual is fucking mainstream. Alright? Hold up. Let's go to Google, or Bing rather, and look at some pictures. Now, I'm going to tell you what really caught my eye. I was on this individual's website, and I was about to order some vitamin D, right? So I'm on the individual's website, and I scroll down and I seen a picture of this individual, and I stopped in my tracks. You know how you scroll like I'm scrolling right now? So I seen a picture and I stopped, and I went to the picture, and then I blew it up, and I said, wait, hold up, not right here. The jawline is kind of wide, and the skull looks kind of big, and her hairline is kind of pushed back. Then I seen the throat. I seen the throat, and I'm like, hold up. I know I'm not tripping. So I text my daughter, and mind you, my daughter knows all about this individual, knows who this individual is, and so I text my daughter, and I was like, yo, I said, daughter, I know, I think I'm paranoid. I hope I'm paranoid. I'm paranoid. Am I paranoid? Am I paranoid? I'm paranoid. I was in denial. I was in denial. I already knew what it was. I knew what it was. I knew it. Deep in my heart, I knew what it was, but I just didn't want to believe this shit. Like, I really didn't want to believe it, y'all. I promise you I didn't. But it is what it is, and come to find out, the Food way is just like all the rest of the Hollywood goddamn Decepticons. No different than the rest of the Hollywood goddamn Decepticons, alright? This individual is a transgender, alright? Part of the Illuminati cult, part of Hollywood, alright? This individual is a deceiver. It's a transgender, alright? And I want you to look at this picture real good. I'm about to point something out to you. Alright. I wish I could blow this up now, but if I do, it's going to be out of the screen view. Let me see. And I can't,